Hey guys, I'm Oliver Kovács, a Hungarian musician. This is a step-by-step video lesson on how to orchestrate an epic piece of music. I'll show you how I created the piece that you listen to during the intro. I'll cover every detail, so stay tuned. The main melody is played by the horns. I used a patch with 4 horns. The horn is a brass instrument and the mechanics behind it are really interesting. Like all brass instruments, it has a fundamental pitch determined by the length of its tubing. By changing the embouchure, the player can produce the harmonic series based on this fundamental. Embouchure refers to how the lips are positioned on the mouthpiece. The limitation is that this only gives access to the notes of a single harmonic series. This is why modern brass instruments use valve systems that change the length of the tubing by adding extra sections of pipe. This allows the player to access different harmonic series and play a full chromatic range. This principle does not apply to the trombone, it uses a slide mechanism to change the length of the tube. As I mentioned earlier, I employed the horns as the main instruments. The trombones follow the horns, forming mostly open position chords. As you can hear and see, the horns play relatively high notes. The reason is that this way the tenor trombones don't need to play too low notes with open position triads. From the second half of the piece, I wrote 3 trumpet voices. The upper doubles the main melody in an octave, while the other 2 perform other notes from the underlying harmonies. The bass trombone and the tuba provides bass notes in an octave doubling. The tuba plays the lower notes. The tuba only joins in the second half of the piece, allowing me to increase the tension. The violins play together in mostly thirds or fourths apart, and the violas strengthen the main melody. When I write tutti parts, when almost all instruments are involved, I almost always double the horns with the violas when the horns perform the main melody. It helps to highlight the melody. Variety is really important in composing. That's why violin play in 2 different articulations. It makes the piece more compelling and less repetitive. The cellos and double basses provide bass notes, and they follow the bass trombone and tuba voices. It's a pretty common technique to emphasize the low end. If you want to create a compelling harp glissando, I have a trick for you. Just write the last note first, then continue writing the notes backwards. I usually use the root of the chord as the final note to achieve a proper harmonic closure. Do you want to watch my videos without the annoying YouTube ads? By joining my Patreon community, you'll get ad-free access to my videos along with exclusive MIDI and project files related to my content. Join now and support the channel. Thank you for your support. The woodwind section is fairly simple here. One of the flutes plays together with the first violins, while one of the oboes perform with the second violins. The piccolo plays a run at the end of the piece. The flute and the violins together produce a glassy, slightly cold but very interesting sound. The reason I didn't use the other flute alongside the second violins is that I think that this register belongs more to the oboe and it would have been a bit low for the flute, even if it could technically play those notes. I employed piatti, suspended cymbals, tubular bass, a snare drum, bass drums, and timpani to create the percussion section. It's simple but effective. As you can see, I didn't overuse the bass drums and the piatti. Too much presence from them could sound chaotic rather than epic.